Alright guys, this video, I wanted to do two things. One, I wanted to show off my music collection. And two, I wanted to explain to you guys more about myself, because I've never really given you a whole lot of personal information about myself or anything of that sort. I've never really, gotten into depth about who I am, what kind of person I am. I'm just going to go through that in this video. This might be a kind of long video. Feel free to skip it if you want. If you have interest in seeing my collection, feel free to skip to the section where I show my collection. I don't know if that's going to be towards the middle or towards the end. But actually, I might do it at the beginning here. I haven't quite decided yet. Let's start with my music collection. Well, first of all, my eval shirt. Got this the other day. Pretty happy about it. It's an Infected Nations shirt. And it says right there. Yeah. Infected Nations. It's a good album. I got the album. I got the special edition. Came with this little sticker sheet and shit. I already used a few of them. Stuck them on my computer and on like my speaker system and shit like that. So, I guess I'll start with my collection. Let's start with my only vinyl that's truly, well, it's not my only vinyl that's true metal. It's like, it's my only metal or vinyl that I bought myself. This is Wormrot Noise, great grindcore band. This is a great EP. You can get it on a CD. It costs about $10. I got this for $5 when I ordered my Evil CD from Earache, the Earache website, and they said if you put it in the comment section that you want this vinyl, they'll put this instead and just send you this and use it to cover shipping. So it's a nice little vinyl, 10 inch, I think. Yeah, 10 inch. One thing I'm not happy about is the way it got sent. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's lots of bends and stuff in the casing. Kind of all, but I just don't like it. But I will try to find a replacement cover at some point, because I really do love that album. And I guess the next thing in my collection, my music collection, I'm not going to go through all my band shirts, by the way, because I have a lot and I don't know where they all are right now. A lot of them are in the wash. I wear them all the time. I don't just keep them and, stack them up in a specific place. I wear my band shirts. Until the Light Takes Us, I got this on DVD. This is a great documentary. It's about black metal, Norwegian black metal, and all the church burnings that went up in Norway. The main people they talk to directly in this is Fenris from Dark Throne and Bari Bakurne's Burzum, Count Grishnok, whatever you want to call him. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. It was a really good documentary. It was really interesting, and it just kind of slides out of the side here. Wrong side. And just slides out of the side here like that. And you open it up, and there's this little booklet with a cool logo on it. It says "Until the Light Takes Us." Pretty cool. On the inside, it's just got a lot of information, and it comes with 2 discs. The first disc is obviously the documentary, and the second disc is it's got a couple different features on it. It has interviews with bands such as Immortal, obviously Burzum, Dark Throne, also a bunch of other bands, Satyricon, all kinds of black metal bands. And it also has a, I'd like to say 40-minute instructional course on the history of black metal and how black metal came to be by Fenris from Dark Throne. And that was really interesting, honestly. I learned a lot in that. If you want to continue my collection, I guess we'll get to the CDs now. Hellhammer, Demon Entrails. It's not an actual album. Demon Entrails, contrary to what some people may think, it's actually a collection of 3 of their original demo tapes. Triumph of Death, and Death Fiend demos are on this CD, and on this CD is the iconic Satanic Rites CD. Although, a lot of people don't know about Hellhammer, and the reason for that being, a lot of people know Celtic Frost. A lot of people don't know that Celtic Frost is Hellhammer. Hellhammer is the result of the two of the three members of Hellhammer leaving Hellhammer Tom Warrior and someone else, and they left and created Celtic Frost. Basically the same exact band, they just replaced their drummer, if I'm correct. No real difference whatsoever. Hellhammer is Celtic Frost, and if you like Celtic Frost, you like collecting anything that has to do with Celtic Frost, because they are a classic band, this is the thing, one of the things you should have in your collection. Cost me about $15 on Amazon, I think I found it. A while back, I recently made the mistake of buying this. I think I showed it to you guys. I'm not sure. It's the Carcass Deluxe Edition Pathologist Report thing. I didn't realize that this is Recaputrefaction. I didn't realize until after I had bought this that this was part of a box set. So soon I'm going to go buy a box set, and I'm going to end up giving this to a friend. Maybe I'll do it like a release on here or something. But yeah, I need to get the actual full box set, and I'm going to have two of these. The first one. But Recaputrefaction, along with the Flesh-Ripping Sonic Torment demo, which is their one of their original demos, and also the first thing of the Pathologist Report DVD series, which is just, you know, Carcass explaining history of Carcass, more or less. To continue with my CD collection, I'll show you these two that I got together. Ailstorm, pirate metal, love pirate metal. I'm the only other pirate. Well, I should just say folk metal in general. I guess you can consider Ailstorm power metal as well, but I love power metal too. But Ailstorm is a folk metal band. The only other band that I know you could classify under pirate metal is I believe it's Swashbuckle. They're pretty good from what I've listened to. But I like to call Ailstorm pirate metal because that's essentially what they are. They are pirates who play metal. But they're not really pirates. But they act like pirates and they sing about pirate shit. This is Black Sails at Midnight and Captain Morgan's Revenge, but it also has the Leviathan EP on it that came out before this came out. It has a couple songs off this and a couple songs that aren't on this. This also has a DVD of them playing, this one has a DVD of them playing this entire album, Captain Morgan's Revenge, on at Wacken in Germany. It's kind of cool. It was cool to watch that live video. Continue with my collection. I have Anthrax, Among the Living, great album. No, honestly, I don't know any metalheads who could dislike this except for those people who were like adamant that Testament should be on the Big Four instead of Anthrax, because the only reason Anthrax got there is because Anthrax was around first. Honestly, I like Testament, but I like Anthrax way more. I love Anthrax, and this is a fantastic album, and this upsets me. It is my only album in my collection with a small crack. You can kind of see it right there in the case. It's the only one in my entire collection, and I don't have any jewel cases right now to replace it. But, oh well. Great album. Fantastic to hear. Fantastic to own, too. Continuing with my collection. I'm going to try and go through this a bit faster. Bathory. This is none. I don't know if I only have a couple first press albums, or CDs, but this is the original Bathory album, self-titled Bathory. Great album. I mean, if you love black metal and you don't own this, there's something wrong there. It's the birth point of black metal, along with Celtic Frost and Venom and such. Behemoth, Satanica, and Behemoth, The Apostasy. Good albums. I mean, Behemoth is good. I mean, progressively they're not as great as they used to be, but they're still really good. I showed this in the last one, did a review of it. Devourment Conceived in Sewage. Really great album. I'm going to stick with that. Love it. Not as slammy as it used to be, but great. The album that matches my shirt, Evil Infected Nations. In here it's got this, the normal CD, and then, oh, I lied. This is actually a broken case too. I received this not that long ago, and the inside little thing here is dysfunctional. See, the inside it's got them playing the entire album live, along with a cover of Pantera's Cemetery Gates. Not a huge Pantera fan, to be honest. Don't crucify me for it, but it's true. Not that much of a Pantera fan, never really have been. Never really got into them. and honestly, I don't think that they're god tier like everyone insists they are. They're good, but they've sure inspired plenty of bands, and they definitely are a talented band, but they're not fucking amazing. Immortal, All Shall Fall. Good album. I have a shirt, a patch, and the CD, and a jacket for it. To continue, Mayhem, De Mysterious Dom Sathanis, just another one of those albums that if you don't own one of, or in some form whatsoever, then and you love black metal, then there's something wrong. This is a fantastic, fantastic, fantastic album. I'm not going to show all three of these CDs. It's just going to take a lot of time. I'm just going to show the box that came in. Napalm Death Collection. Probably the only hardcore in my collection. Napalm Death, I realized what I just said, and no, I do not consider these albums grindcore or death metal. Napalm Death started out as a grindcore band from my history, if my history is correct, and then slowly became more of a death metal band, and by the time they got to these albums, they were more hardcore. This is Inside the Torn Apart, Words from the Exit Wound, and their Breed to Breathe EP. And those are all hardcore. And more nowadays are hardcore. And I have nothing against hardcore in any way, shape, or form. So keep that in mind. It's definitely death metal influenced hardcore, but it's not Napalm Death as they essentially started out as. Still great albums. I'm not going to deny that. To continue, Napalm Death. Probably my favorite thrash metal band of all time, or at least one of them. Overkill. This is Years of Decay. Overkill is a great thrash speed band, speed thrash, or whatever way you want to say it. Man, fantastic music, just fucking amazing. Love Overkill. Definitely check them out if you haven't already, and if you haven't, that's kind of odd. Continuing. Oh, that's not the one I wanted to pull out. Rainbow Rising, and Richie Blackmore's Rainbow. Rainbow was essentially my first favorite band of all time. I will stick with it. The Rainbow is probably still one of my favorite bands of all time. I realize they're not as metal as they could be, but it's Running James Dio, Black Sabbath, and Dio. And when I was around 5 years old, my dad would play Man on the Silver Mountain for me, the first song on this album, Richie Blackmore's Rainbow. He would play it for me on repeat, and I love this album. I recently got it not too long ago. It's a remastered version. They're both remastered. This is Rising. Both great albums. Almost done with the CDs, guys, and then we can move on to more about me. Sodom, MS-16, great Teutonic thrash. A lot of people don't like Sodom like they don't like Slayer. They consider Sodom like the Slayer of Teutonic thrash. I find most Teutonic thrash completely different from conventional thrash anyways, so I love Sodom. I don't find them I agree with people on Slayer. Slayer, great band. Over time, they just start to get deteriorating. It's hard to listen to them. It's all repetitive. A lot of the songs are space fillers. They're not just, they don't just keep thrashing and thrashing and making up great thrash songs. I think Sodom does that. That's my personal opinion. And for those of you who didn't know, Sodom was originally a black metal band. Interesting fact. If you want to look up one of their black metal albums, look up I can't remember right now, but if I remember, I will put a link in the description. Tyr, the Lay of Thrym. Great album, great folk metal. I love folk metal. I got into it more recently compared to other genres of music, but I do love folk metal. This is a digipack case. It's got the booklet right here. It also has covers of I by Black Sabbath and Stargazer by Rainbow, which I loved about this album because, I love Rainbow, and I love that they put those covers on this. It was just an awesome thing to see. and it's a great album too. Not as good as their other albums, I will admit, but it is good. Venom Black Metal, once again, just one of those albums that if you don't own some form of it, and you love black metal, there's something wrong. This is not black metal, but it is the roots to black metal. It's also one of the roots to thrash, as some people would consider it. But overall, it is a root to black metal, and just an iconic album. I like albums with slip covers. I'm not sure why. I just like the slip coverness of it. Anyways, my last album is Winter Sun Time 1. Great album. Good folk metal. Really beautiful artwork on the case. I love the artwork of this album. Folk metal, good. If you like folk metal, great album. Not as good as their first album, but still good. And they are planning a Time 2 album, which is the sequel. And that's essentially it for my collection, musically. Except for this. Ozzy Osbourne, Diary of a Madman, that's not that significant, but that is a Led Zeppelin 4. It's not that rare since there was a lot of printed when they came out, but it is a Led Zeppelin 4 first press album. Almost in perfect condition, no bends or anything, it's just a little bit worn from over time, you know, traveling and moving it a lot. But other than that, it's almost in perfect condition. I would take it out and show you the fold out and everything, but it's, you know, too much effort to untack it from the wall. No, those thumbtacks were not through it. They were just pushed against it to hold it against the wall. I like to have it on display. So to continue, let's talk about me. I realize this video is taking some time. And let's talk about me while I smoke a cigarette. So, me. Currently in my life, I'm collecting music, obviously. I'm also learning to play guitar. I also play as a vocalist for, it's not really a band, but I've shown it to you guys before. It is a small two-man black metal project, and attempting to put together a grindcore band at the moment. I love grindcore. So I'm trying to put it together. And hopefully that'll work out. If you saw my cover, I have vocals. I can show you my different vocal ranges. I did an instructional video on how to do the vocals that I do on my other YouTube channel. Some of them consisting like or it really depends on the type of music you're trying to play. But I'm a vocalist. I've always been a vocalist. And recently I realized I want to have a better musical range. I want to learn how to play more instruments. I took double bass lessons for a year, the big stand-up bass. And I also took violin lessons for a few months when I was younger. I can play a small amount of piano, and now I'm trying to learn how to play guitar. And because of my basic training on a double bass, we learned how to pluck for a good 4 months. I can play finger bass, electric bass, but with my fingers. A little bit. Not great, nothing fantastic, but I'm working on it. And that's about it with my music, at least. I'm 16. My name's Ian, if you guys didn't know. I'm sure I've mentioned it before. It's on my channel, but, you know. If you didn't know that, my name's Ian. I do draw occasionally. I like to draw with charcoal, although I'm not very good at it. This is a drawing I did in my art class of Chuck Schuldiner. The eyes are shit. If the eyes were better and the face in general were better, I think it would actually be a pretty somewhat decent picture. Like, I like the guitar and I like his hair, but I could not. I've always had problems with drawing faces. But we had to pick a project for our charcoal drawing, or pick something to draw, so I told the teacher to put me out a picture of Chuck Schuldiner. And I got an A on it, though. I'm a huge nerd. I'm gonna see if I can show you guys this right now. Well, this is my room. As you can see on my posters over there, video game posters. Now, oh, almost knocked over my microphone. Over there, that shelf is the nerdiest shelf in my room. That big bookshelf right there. On the top are Legos, Lord of the Rings and Star Wars Legos. Below that, there's There's a Halo action figure of a hunter. There's all my special edition games. Can't really see them. Below that is a yes, that is a Panda Express sticker too, right there. Why? Because I got one and I wanted to put it somewhere. I have an Alduin statue from Skyrim. I have a Halo Reach statue of the entire team coming in the Legendary Edition on the second shelf down. I also have a Master Chief shooting the Flood. Below that I have all my Special Edition game guides in the 1984 Atari. And on the bottom I have a huge collection of Pokemon items. I also have a huge collection of games. Oh, shit. That's my laptop, because my mic did that. Or not my mic, my camera. I have a totem pole over there. You can kind of see it. I have a decent CD player, 2 speakers. You can kind of see it right there. You can see the speakers. Can you? Nah, you can't really see them because of all the CDs. I'm a nerd. I don't say that in the sense as in, like, you know, lots of, you know, scene kids will be like, I'm a nerd. And they're like, and over you're like, well, what do you play? And they're like, I play Halo, or I play Call of Duty. I'm such a nerd, I play Call of Duty. No, I like Call of Duty a little bit. It depends on the game. I don't like any of the more recent ones except for Zombies, which is cool. I'm a nerd in the literal sense of a gaming nerd. I play World of Warcraft, I play StarCraft, I play Diablo, I've beaten all the Fallouts except I have not beaten Fallout 2 yet. I've been playing Halo since it came out. I own every single Halo and almost all in limited edition. I've seen all Lord of the Rings at least collectively 10 times each. I've seen all the Star Wars movies collectively about 10 times each, and I own all of them. I'm not trying to brag, but I'm a huge nerd. A gaming nerd, in the literal sense of it. I've never been a comic book nerd. I never really got into it. Gaming has always been my thing. Gaming and movies. Lord of the Rings is one of my favorite series of all time. I saw The Hobbit the day it came out. You know, I own all the books. Never was a Harry Potter nerd either. Didn't really like Harry Potter. I saw the first 3 movies and I just kind of like never continued them. It just wasn't a thing. I think we own all the movies, but I haven't seen them. My mom and my sister watched them. What game have I been playing currently? Rock Band 3, a lot. I actually ordered a pro guitar recently because I want to test out my guitar skills on Rock Band 3, from what I've learned so far. Hardest I believe to play on is hard. I do vocals. My drum kit's broken because my sister fell on one of the drum pads and it snapped off. That sucks. I also write. I'm a huge writer. I write poetry, write songs, obviously, since I'm a vocalist, and I've been a vocalist for multiple bands. And I write stories. I was in the process of writing a novel a while back, but I kind of lost inspiration and stopped after about 4 chapters. And it was a novel based on metal. It was really cool. But I kind of just lost where I was going with it and kind of just quit. I might be able to pick it up again and restart back from 2 chapters, after the first 2 chapters, because the 3rd and 4th just didn't flow right. But being that, I'm also very proper with my writing, and I try to be the most proper I can with my language skills. I try to speak the best I can, even when I'm writing poetry, best I can. I try to be the best to be grammatically correct, and I do my best. Other than that, there's not a whole lot more to say about me. I'm trying to look around and see what I can do. I play a lot of board games. Kind of see. Can you see my guitar over there? You can kind of see the guitar case. It's like right there. Yeah, right there. Perspective. I have a girlfriend. We've been together for a year, 1 month. Year and 1 month. About. Well, a year, month and a half, if you want to be specific. It's nice to know our anniversary, you know. If you're a guy and you have a girlfriend, make sure you remember that, because that's important, and she will be pissed at you if you forget. Because she will remember. Had happened before. Not fun. Because she likes to celebrate month anniversaries. I don't know where else to go, really, with this video, as much as I'd like to. So, I think I'm gonna cut it off right here. Now you guys know a lot more about me. nice talking to you guys. Thanks for listening if you did. If you just wanted to see the collection, I hope you enjoyed my collection. If you want, I'd like to see collections of your own. Just send it to me. I don't know if I have an email on my channel or not, so I'll put it up on the channel, and I'll put it in the video. If you want to send me pictures of your collections, I'd love to see them. That'd be cool. I love seeing other people's collections. And I hope you enjoy my collections. If you were here to learn about me, I hope you learned something new. I hope you enjoyed learning about me. I hope you don't find me objectable in any way. What else is there? Also, if you're here for both, thanks for watching the whole video, guys. I'm glad if you liked it, glad you liked it. If you didn't, oh well. Nice talking to you guys. I will see you again next time I upload a video. Shouldn't be too long from now, maybe at the most a week. Stay metal, guys.